Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking with you how to learn a language, basically how to learn any language. I just want to motivate you and let you know that learning a language and speaking many languages is not that hard at all. You just have to know some tips. I had my bachelor's in translation and I'm doing my master's in applied linguistics, so I will be very glad to share some tips on how I learned many languages and how you can do that. You know, many of us think that polyglots are genius people. They are the ones who have so much talent for languages, but actually it is not the truth, and all of us can be a polyglot at some point. The fact that we're all here says again that we know at least 2 languages, and that is amazing. Can you please raise your hand if you speak 3 languages? If you speak 4 languages? If you speak 5 languages? That's amazing. You know, among linguists we have a joke that a person who speaks 3 languages is trilingual, a person who speaks 2 languages is bilingual, and a person who speaks 1 language is American. I'm glad that worked out. So, why should we learn languages? Basically, there are usually 2 reasons of why we learn languages. First reason is the necessity. When we move somewhere, we have to learn a language. Or if we love languages, we also learn them. But if these 2 reasons are not your case, these are other reasons why you probably can consider to learn a language. For instance, it's one of the best advantages in the labor market, even if you are an IT specialist and you don't really need to use other languages, it would be such a great advantage. Second advantage is that we live in the informational world, and it's amazing to find different data in different languages if you do not have the information that you need in your native language. And the third amazing advantage is that we just broaden our minds when we learn a language. We become more respectful, more tolerant, more sensitive to each other, and that is great. So, how should we learn languages? First of all, it is very important to set goals, and by setting goals, I'm not telling you that you should say, oh, I have to learn the whole vocabulary, because there are some people who know like 700-page vocabulary, but they cannot speak the language. You can speak the language even if you know 100 words and know some basics of the grammar. When we set goals, we don't say, oh, I want to learn English to pass my IELTS exam, because that is not your goal. Your goal is what you can achieve after you pass this exam. So as for me, I usually say, oh, I want to learn French because I love French music and it would be great to understand French music. Second is that your goal should be emotional. Again, it shouldn't be about exam, it shouldn't be about your grade, it should be about your feeling, which you can get when you learn the language. You should learn a language in a contact form, you should be interactive, you should talk with people, you shouldn't just sit in your room and learn the grammar by books. It never helps, and it's never going to work, and it will be so hard for you to learn it and to get pleasure. And the main reasons of learning languages is your pleasure. And finally, have fun. I experienced it so much even when we were playing here all together. Do you remember that when we were playing outside, we repeated some Greek words or some Spanish words, pirila or orpheus. We were so happy just to say this word sometimes. So just have fun when you learn the language. So how to make the language learning fun? You should understand that freedom comes before correctness. You can make as many mistakes as you want. 50% of people fail in learning the language because their teacher or their tutor always corrected them, and this is what demotivated students. It shouldn't be your case. Even if someone corrects you, just try not to pay attention and to speak. Since once people around you understand you, that's the main thing. Don't think about grammar or anything now. It will come with time and with practice. And you should surround yourself with a language that you want to learn. For instance, I have a friend whose dream was to learn Spanish, and she didn't only had tutoring classes, or she didn't just learn grammar, she went to flamenco. She put Spanish posters all around her room just to be in this atmosphere and to be more motivated to learn this language. And last but not least, I just want to let you know that speaking languages is not a special skill. The mechanism of being a polyglot is in each of us. You know, even if we don't speak a lot of languages, we use different languages with different people. You use different language, different intonation, different vocabulary with your friends, with your parents, with your colleagues, and just try to add some new words, some new grammar to all of the knowledge that you already have, and you will be a person who speaks several languages, and you will be so proud of yourself, and you will broaden your mind, and you will have friends all over the world, and you will just enjoy your time. So, thank you.